In the frozen expanse of 1930s Manchukuo, 4 Chinese communist operatives are dropped into the snowy terrain as part of a secret mission dubbed Operation Utrenya. They divide into 2 pairs, Zhang with Lan and Yu with Qiliang, to mitigate the risk of being entirely exposed if one team encounters trouble. Their primary aim is to locate Wang Ziyang, who has escaped from a clandestine Japanese execution facility at Baiyanhe, and to assist him in crossing the border to unveil war crimes on an international stage. From the onset, their mission proves fraught with peril. Zhang and Lan soon discover they have been betrayed when they encounter agents masquerading as allies. Their awareness of security protocols indicates an insider's betrayal, prompting them to escape a dire situation where they kill their captors and reclaim important documents. Meanwhile, Yu and Qiliang embark on a train journey towards Harbin, but sense they are being monitored. Upon witnessing another agent's capture, they grow increasingly suspicious that their train may be compromised. To evade detection, they exit early and scheme to take an alternative train. Their heightened caution signifies the lethal atmosphere of espionage in Japanese-occupied regions. Reuniting in Harbin, the agents find refuge in a rundown mansion which serves as their safe house. Despite the poor conditions, it offers some degree of security. Their contact Meng lays out the next steps, emphasizing the aims of their mission: securing Wang Ziyang to expose the Japanese's war crimes in Baiyanhe. As the narrative unfolds through flashbacks and discussions, the personal toll of war becomes evident. Zhang and Yu reflect on the children they left behind during their escape to the USSR, illustrating the emotional weight of their undertaking. Yu manifests deep anxiety and guilt while remaining committed to their objective. Tension escalates as betrayal looms large. Zhou Yi, part of a Japanese-aligned task force, emerges as a double agent supporting the communists. However, his precarious position demands that he maintain his guise while discreetly supplying information. Zhang's eventual capture leads to brutal torture utilizing mind-altering drugs, jeopardizing the mission. Despite disorientation, he manages to convey a coded message indicating a meeting at the Asia Cinema on the 18th intended for Ian, Lan. In the meantime, Yu and Qiliang remain in hiding, leveraging Zhou's clandestine assistance. Zhou organizes a bold escape by fabricating a hostage situation, risking his life to safeguard their mission's success. Ultimately, Zhang, though weakened, manages to escape thanks to the intervention of fellow comrades, reinforcing the interwoven themes of loyalty, survival, and sacrifice amidst the brutality of war. Cliff Walkers, directed by Zhang Yimou, immerses viewers in the tense world of espionage set against the chilling backdrop of 1930s Manchukuo, a puppet state under Japanese rule. The plot revolves around 4 Communist Party agents: Zhang Xianchen, Yu Zhensheng, Lan, Ian, and Wang Qiliang, who are entrusted with a perilous mission called Operation Utrenya. Their objective is to locate and extract Wang Ziyang, a key survivor from a secret facility known as Baiyanhe, where horrific human experiments by the Japanese have taken place. The importance of Wang's testimony cannot be overstated, as it holds the potential to expose these atrocities to the global community. As the narrative unfolds, tension mounts within the task force. Jin, a member of the team, becomes increasingly suspicious of Zhou, another agent. Subtle signs of betrayal, such as the swapping of wine cups, expose the underlying layers of deception. This creates a dilemma for Zhou, who must deftly navigate the precarious interplay of trust and secrecy, all while facing life-threatening situations. The story reaches a critical juncture during a birthday party at the Romanian embassy, orchestrated as a cover for Wang Ziyang's extraction. Guided by a pre-arranged signal, Qiliang and Yu manage to infiltrate the gathering, evade the crowd, and find their escape route. However, lurking in the shadows is the threat of betrayal, as one agent is discovered to be concealing a firearm, igniting debates about their safety and potential compromise. Despite the uncertainty, they press onward, only to be met with a violent ambush as gunfire erupts during their escape, resulting in devastating casualties. Qiliang is killed, Zhang is injured, and Wang barely evades death. In the wake of this chaos, Zhou finds his loyalties called into question once more. To prove his innocence, he stages a dramatic confrontation, suffering a gunshot wound from a weapon with a disabled firing pin. This act convinces Jin and others of his allegiance, but the intricate web of deception persists. Zhou later confirms that Operation Utrenya achieved its primary goal: Wang Ziyang is safe and en route to reveal the Japanese crimes. Nonetheless, the mission's success bears a heavy price, as both Zhang and Qiliang have fallen, leaving Yu devastated. In a moment of solace, Zhou relays Zhang's poignant last words to her, assuring that everything will be fine when the sun rises. As the film closes, the camera focuses on Yu's expression, a blend of hope and sorrow as she gazes towards a new dawn. The weight of loss is palpable, yet the triumph of their mission offers a flicker of hope, encapsulating the sacrifices made by those operatives who persist in the shadows for a cause greater than themselves. To mitigate risks during their mission, a team divides into 2 pairs, Zhang with Lan and Yu with Qiliang. Their endeavor is hindered almost immediately when Zhang and Lan encounter Feng and Zhang, who claim to be resistance members. Zhang's acumen leads him to identify these men as imposters, prompting a shootout from which they narrowly escape. This encounter confirms their fears of betrayal and a mole within the communist ranks. Meanwhile, Yu and Qiliang remain oblivious to the betrayal as they attempt to blend in and catch a train to Harbin. However, their suspicion of being followed intensifies upon the capture of a female agent. Convinced the train is compromised, they opt to disembark and arrange to take a later one. They employ clever tactics and coded communication to avoid detection while strategizing to reunite with their missing comrades. After arriving in Harbin, the agents regroup at a remote safe house, an old dilapidated mansion that provides concealment. Here they are joined by Meng, another operative who assists in coordinating Operation Utrenya. He supplies vital intelligence while the team strategizes to locate and extract Wang Xiang across the border. Throughout their journey, flashbacks and personal dialogues expose the agents' humanity, particularly Zhang and Yu. Both had children whom they had to leave behind during their escape to the USSR years earlier. The emotional burden remains profound as their children were last seen begging outside the modern hotel in Harbin. This personal backstory heightens the stakes of their mission, grounding the characters in their emotional ties and sacrifices. The internal traitor Xie Ziyang, a high-ranking official in the Communist Party, betrays the agents by aligning with the Japanese-backed secret police and leaking critical information that leads to Zhang's capture. Zhang endures severe torture and hallucinogenic interrogation but steadfastly refuses to divulge Ian's location or disclose details about Operation Utrenya. In his anguish and confusion, he manages to transmit a cryptic message signaling a meeting at the Asia Cinema. A pivotal character, Zhou Yi, emerges as a complex figure who is officially a member of the covert task force but secretly acts as a communist double agent. Balancing his dual roles, Zhou manipulates intelligence and ensures the operative's safety, even risking his life through multiple daring acts. Notably, he orchestrates Zhang's escape during a staged hostage crisis where Zhang pretends to hold him at gunpoint, showcasing the intricacies of loyalty, deception, and survival in their perilous mission. While facing escalating pressure and close calls, the team behind Operation Utrenya remains steadfast. Zhou successfully locates Ian and provides vital details for the extraction of Wang Xiang. The operation requires an audacious plan. They must infiltrate a party held at the Romanian embassy, blending in with the crowd, and make a discreet exit through the back where a getaway car awaits with the necessary supplies. Yu and Qilayang step forward to execute the plan, but their anxiety spikes when a concealed firearm is discovered among their gear. Doubts fester, leading them to question their security and whether their operation has been compromised. In spite of these fears, they resolve to go ahead with the extraction. At the embassy, they cleverly bluff their way in posing as guests of the ambassador's wife to gain entry. Once inside, they separate to streamline the escape process, but disaster strikes when Japanese agents close in and chaos erupts. A fierce gunfight ensues, resulting in Qilayang's death as he heroically sacrifices himself to ensure others escape. Zhang, despite being wounded, manages to help Wang Xiang out of immediate danger. Meanwhile, Yu is left to grapple with the profound loss of Qilayang and the ever-present danger surrounding their mission. He must rely on Zhou's leadership as they approach the critical stage of their operation. Simultaneously, within the ranks of the secret police, suspicions rise regarding Zhou. His colleague Jin begins an investigation, uncovering inconsistencies that suggest Zhou might be playing a double role. This leads to a covert power struggle where Jin seeks to unveil Zhou's true loyalties. Utilizing his wit, Zhou navigates these threats, including a clever maneuver involving mixed wine cups at a dinner party that temporarily incapacitates Jin, allowing Zhou to evade further scrutiny. As the stakes grow higher, Zhou's allegiance faces its ultimate challenge. He finds himself needing to mimic being shot in a desperate bid to maintain his cover during a critical moment. This meticulous balancing act tests Zhou's resolve and cunning, underscoring the tense atmosphere in a situation filled with deception and danger. In sum, the narrative weaves a tale of sacrifice, trust, and tactical prowess in the face of imminent threats, highlighting the harrowing challenges that the team encounters as they strive to complete their mission against overwhelming odds. The eventual confrontations and personal losses illustrate the heavy cost of their dangerous endeavor. As the final act unfolds, the stakes couldn't be higher for all involved, encapsulating the essence of their perilous journey. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.